Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be ranking different chess variants. But before we get into this one, first of all I wanted to thank you guys for helping me out in my fledgling YouTube channel. We almost have 100 subscribers, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a fun little milestone to obtain. If you do like some of these videos, then make sure that you are subscribed, and please drop a like if you found the video interesting at all. Anyway, so let's get right into this one. So with all these chess variants, there's not really one that stands above the rest as if it were, like a player or somebody that you could really rank, or one would necessarily always be better than another. It's very, very subjective. So these are, of course, just my opinions as to how I think they're fun or not fun. So I've sort of made a couple different categories, one being the most fun chess variants, and then the others being good for improving your regular chess, and then others being just very weird and eccentric, others just being way too complex, and then others just not fun or helpful for improving your chess, in my opinion. So hopefully you guys have seen some of the videos that I've posted on this channel, so you'll be familiar with some of these variants. If you're not, then just search through my channel and you should be able to find some reviews of these different variants. So first of all, we'll start with 3-check. I would say this one is not that fun. It's fairly simple to understand, so it's definitely not going to be put in the most complex. As being eccentric, it's not very weird. So I think the only reasonable one to put here is best for improving our regular chess, because you will be looking for checks, and it will force you to look for what your opponent can do to you. And that's a really important part of chess, is to seeing what your opponent can do and not just what you can do. So I think that's pretty much where it belongs. This next one is 4-player chess, as the little image shows. This one is absolute chaos. So this one is very complex, but I also think it's pretty fun. It's not necessarily weird, it's just 4 people on a single board, although that is somewhat weird, so it really could be any of these. Is it more complex than it is fun, or is it more fun than it is complex? I think some of the strategy when you have a 4-player meta involved, it's going to actually be more complex. So I'm going to say, yeah, let's go most complex here. This next one is Atomic. Atomic is very, very weird. I would say it's actually pretty fun, but then again, if you're just starting out in Atomic, it's probably not going to be very fun for you. This is definitely not good for improving your regular chess. It's probably harmful to you, but since I think it's fun, I'm just going to put it in, it's very weird because pieces are exploding, and yeah, it's very hard to learn at first. So that definitely belongs in most eccentric. Automate chess. If you haven't seen the video on me playing Automate chess, then definitely check this one out. It's kind of a riot. Automate chess is pretty fun. Of course, except when you have a pretty good position, or so you think, and then the computer stockfish doesn't play it well for you. That can be frustrating. Is it good for improving your regular chess? If you know where to place your pieces, then it could be good. I wouldn't say it's really that weird. You're just kind of setting up a position. As for it being complex, not very complex at all, because the computer is actually playing the chess for you. You're just setting up the pieces. Not fun or helpful for improving. I mean, I think it could be okay, but you need to understand why you're playing it first. So it's kind of like, this will show if you play correctly. It will show that you are a good chess player. But if you don't know what to place in the first place, then yeah, it's maybe not going to help you improve. So yeah, we'll put it there. As far as blindfold, oh my goodness. Blindfold can be very difficult. because you have to remember a ton of things, and then you have to play chess on top of that. So I wouldn't say it's like weird. I wouldn't say it's that fun either, because at least for me, I have to rack my brain to remember where every piece was, since you're given just a blank board. So kind of in that spirit, it's not necessarily complex, just chess, but because there's a layer on top of that of having to remember where like 32 different pieces are, that can be kind of annoying. So we'll put it in most complex. Definitely good though for improving your chess. So most complex or maybe improving your chess. Probably go either way on those. Okay, so next up we have Bug House, I believe. Yeah, that one is for doubles chess or Bug House. So this one's pretty good for finding tactics, because tactics are literally all over the place. It's absolute chaos. There's a lot of players involved, so this one is definitely going to be a complex one. Okay. This one we have Chaturaji, and this one was 4 players. This one was total chaos. This one was actually kind of fun, but I can see a lot of people probably wouldn't think this is very fun. So yeah, we're going to play not fun or helpful for improving, because it's just too weird. And yeah, also not a lot of people play it, so you're probably just going to be frustrated trying to find a match. And yeah, you can capture the king, so it's like kind of eccentric, but I don't know, didn't really strike me as much of a fun one. Next one up, we have no. What is this one? Let's start over here, then I'll jog my memory and remember which one this is as I look into that clip. This one we have XXL chess. So this one has tons of extra pieces on a really big board. So this one is going to be definitely another complex one, because there's just too many pieces out there, although could also be good for improving. The one game that I've played with this, I had a lot of fun playing this. I'm actually going to put it in one of the most fun ones. Even though I wish the board was a little bit smaller. If it was, then it would absolutely, without a doubt, just be in the most fun tier. Okay, next one up would be Crazy House. So Crazy House is pretty similar to Bug House, although it's only with 2 players. So yeah, I could definitely just put it in most complex. And so I'm sort of considering between best for improving regular chess, because it's pretty helpful with our tactics, but also most complex because, yeah, of course there's tons of extra decisions that you have to make. I'm going to put it here because it's just a little bit less chaos than Bug House. So yeah, it's pretty good for tactics, and you can definitely calculate more. There's less random stuff going on. Okay, let's go over here. This one is Fischer Random. Yeah, I'm looking at all the pieces that are just randomly placed. So Fischer, or 960 chess, whatever you want to call it. Fischer Random. This one's really fun, and it's really good for improving your regular chess. Yeah, there's a really soft spot in my heart for Fischer Random, so I just really like that, so I think it's really fun. Fog of War chess. Oh boy. Fog of War. I also really like Fog of War. I think it's really fun. I wouldn't say it's very good for improving your regular chess, because this one is just, you have to kind of guess, you kind of have to just invade the mind of your opponent and think about what they would be doing. So it is kind of complex psychologically. It's also really fun. So I could just kind of eeny, meeny, miny, moe this. I'm going to put it in most fun. I really like Fog of War. As for giveaway chess, this one is just silly. I hate it. You just have to try to get rid of your pieces, so it's not helpful, except for maybe a little bit of calculation, and it's just really frustrating. As soon as your opponent just sort of has you, then you have to start capturing their pieces and you have 0 decisions to make. So this is not fun or helpful for improving your chess. Stay away. I hate it. Okay, next one up we have... yes. Okay, so this is the Gothic chess, where we have the Archbishop and the Chancellor. So we have like a Rook Knight and a Knight Bishop. So it's like we have extra pieces, and they move in some really funky ways. I think this one's really fun. So similar to XXL, I just like ones that have a lot of additional pieces. There's a lot more decisions for you to make. So I think this one's really, really fun. But it's also really weird. The first game that I played with it, I blundered really badly because it's just so weird. It's really not that bad, but yeah, I'm gonna have to put in most eccentric because it's just really weird. Especially the Archbishop. It's just a really weird movement. Next up is Horde. So one side has tons and tons of pawns, and the other side has just their normal pieces. I think this one's really fun. I love playing Horde. I think it is actually have some value for improving your regular chess, because you need to know which squares you need to hold, when to take and when not to take. So it is kind of instructional in that regard. It does look a little bit weird, so at first hand it would look like pretty weird, but you know, I can't really have the perspective from an outsider anymore because I've played so much Horde. So I guess if you were an outsider looking in, then you would say that this is totally weird. Since one side just doesn't have a king, it's just way too weird. So I could put it in most eccentric. It's definitely fun, so I'm not putting it in the not fun category. I don't think it's very complex. I think it's like pretty simple once you understand which squares you need to hold on to, and when to sort of hold the line and not get blockaded. So we'll put it in most eccentric because, making this video targeted towards people that, maybe are a little bit newer to chess variants, so I'm introducing you guys to that. Next up we have King of the Hill. King of the Hill chess. This is actually pretty good for improving your regular chess. It really emphasizes controlling the center. It's pretty fun. So yeah, I think it stands pretty well with improving regular chess. So really emphasizing control of the center more than material. Next up we have petrified chess. So when you capture something, then that square is just then nullified. You can't use that square anymore. So this one's not fun or helpful for improving, and I hate this variant. This is probably what I think is one of the most useless variants, and it seems like really hard to win. So unless somebody can really prove me wrong, maybe leave in a comment below if you actually have had some fun or success playing this variant, and let me know. But for now, it's going to stand in the dog water tier of chess variants. And then last one, we have, this one is Chaturanga. So this one is kind of like an old historic chess variant, and we have just the pawns can only move one square. This one is, I don't know where this one goes. I wouldn't say it's that fun. It's kind of slow, but it's not bad. It's okay for improving regular chess. There's like there's like an elephant, and you still have the rook, but it looks funky. definitely looks weird, so I could put it most eccentric. I would say it's less complex than chess once you get past the new pieces. So it doesn't belong in most complex. So we'll have to leave it, I guess. It's kind of weird, so we'll have to leave it eccentric. Okay, so that's all of the rankings. And then the last thing that I'll leave you guys with, what I think is absolutely the most fun, I would say Chess 960, best for improving regular chess. That one's got to be king of the hill, the most eccentric one of these eccentric variants has got to be atomic. Most complex has got to be, could really be either one of these. Let's go with blindfold. And then the least fun and just the worst chess variant out there has to be petrified. So that's my tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Drop a like if you found this video helpful or interesting at all, and I will catch you guys in the next one. So long for now.